Let's go.
Organic photovoltaics is a truly promising technology, efficient, flexible, and easy to produce. However, its widespread adoption is limited by moderate stability. In the OPVStability project, 10 dedicated PhD students are exploring new materials, designs, and strategies to enhance the durability of organic solar cells, paving the way for the next generation of OPVs. This podcast introduces our doctoral candidates. My name is Elisa, and I'm responsible for the project's communication. Let's get started.
We all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be?
Hi, Ece, please introduce yourself by telling us your favorite animal.
Hello, my favorite animal. It's a giraffe actually. It's a bit unusual, I know. When I say it to someone, they were kind of surprised all the time. I don't know if it's like the colors on a giraffe or maybe it's a bit unexpected or maybe they live a bit far away than I usually live. They seemed little tiny creatures and like little and all sweet animals to me. That is why I like them.
I'm not sure I would describe a giraffe like tiny, but yeah, great. So, what type of scientist are you? Chemist, material scientist?
Yes, I'm a chemist by training. Right now, I'm also doing a technical chemistry PhD, but at the end, it will be under the title of chemistry as the main subject of my PhD. The thing is that at during my master's and bachelor's, I didn't even think about going to like renewable energy or something that is not completely biomedical because I was quite used to working with biomedical stuff. But then I was kind of like overwhelmed with the nanoparticles, let's say, because in Turkey, things are a bit different from Europe because there you have to take care of all the stuff by yourself, like including synthesis, characterization, and all the application. And I did all of them, but it wouldn't be the case if I were a master student in Europe. So I think I learned all of it. I'm not saying I'm a perfect nanochemist, but I learned a lot during my master's. So I thought maybe I can continue with spectroscopy. So then I found out that I'm quite interested in spectroscopy. So right now I'm actually doing spectroscopy on photovoltaics, like organic photovoltaics. Actually, that's the story.
What is spectroscopy and why it is important for your research?
In organic photovoltaics or in solar energy, light is everything. And spectroscopy basically takes care of the interaction between the material or surface and between light. So light and surface are fundamental things in our topic. So that is why spectroscopy is kind of important and it's really vital to our research. That is why I try to understand what's going on behind all the major reactions actually in terms of the molecular basis.
Do you already have any idea of which labs, instruments, or techniques will help you in your research?
Yes, actually, I kind of have a plan, but it's not certain yet because it will be depending on the results that I will get from my like primary and secondary set of experiments. But I will surely go to one of the institutes in our consortium to do in-depth spectroscopy. I think it will be firstly in University of Potsdam because then I can have a look at different parameters regarding my spectroscopy experiments. Yeah, I don't know when it's gonna be, but surely it will be a like unique experience for me to go there. And also, I really love Berlin.
What do you like to do when you're not working in science? Do you have any hobbies?
I'm pretty much into music. Like, I really love going to concerts and festivals, actually. I used to go a lot of concerts with my friends back in Turkey, but now I can experience like different types of music and different types of events because, um, like when we were back in Turkey, it was always like your favorite artist never comes to Turkey. I mean, but there is a slight chance of getting them. I mean, there is still a chance, but chances were not higher as in the Europe because I mean, because of the political situations probably, and also the economical stuff. But right now I can have a lot of access to my like favorite bands or artists. So yeah, in my free time, I like listening to music. Actually, I also do research about music. I would like to know like what artists produce this kind of music. I mean, I would like to know the story behind the music or specific album. For example, during a concert, I really like to give a lot of like facts about that musician on the stage to like my friends or colleagues.
What is the compilation you usually listen when you're working in your lab?
Huh, do you want the whole track list?
Okay, maybe not all the track list. Do you have a favorite song?
Hmm. Yeah, it actually changes all the time because I keep track of new music publishments as well, like on a weekly basis. But right now I would say, yeah, something to uplift me in the lab. I always like that kind of music. Right now I would give an example from Turkey and also from their latest album of Kendrick Lamar. It's DNX. It's really good. And also I would say Akkor. It's Turkish. It's from one of the best artists, Melike Şahin. Yeah, these two are my favorite things right now.
If we would create a playlist for organic photovoltaics, which songs would you choose?
Yeah, first word comes to my mind is sunny.
Fantastic. Thank you, Ece, for being with us.
You're welcome. Thanks a lot.
But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? Let's go. Hey. Yeah, this is my life, my strength,
Hello,
my right to
Virginia.
fight.
Can you start by telling us your favorite TV shows to introduce yourself?
So I had to start saying that this TV series I watched it like 17 times. Well, it's really my favorite TV series, and is it How I Met Your Mother? I know it by heart. It's my comfort series.
What kind of scientist are you?
I'm a chemist, but I'm actually don't know what I am anymore. I mean, by formation, yeah, I studied chemistry. Then I went to industrial chemistry. Okay, still chemistry, but a little bit like different. And then now I'm more a material chemist, material scientist. So yeah, I switched quite a lot.
And how did you end up being this uncertain kind of scientist?
Yeah, because dealing with organic solar cells at the end, it brings together a lot of different aspects of material science. And yeah, so it's not only chemistry, it's physics, it's engineering somehow, is, yeah.
Why did you decide to work on organic photovoltaics out of all the fields you could have chosen?
Because I think organic photovoltaics is the most relatable technology to chemistry, I have to say, because sometimes we hear about, I don't know, other type of technologies for sources like perovskite or, yeah, in general, like silicon or other technology. And in that case, is something really related to physics, while organic sources at the end is really chemistry that matters. So, and also where you could have an more knowledge about it, because at the end the active layer, the absorber layer, so the one responsible for the light absorption, is made of organic compounds, which chemists can do and synthesize. So yes, so not really physicists can do that. It's mostly a chemistry related part.
What's your role in the OPVStability project?
My role is to analyze, try to find a solution for the stability problem related to the morphological part of the organic solar cell. Mostly that, but also I will go also to analyze the interfacial stability of organic solar cells, but always from a chemist point of view.
What kind of results are you hoping to get?
Try to, yeah, not solve, but as to say, maybe try to find a different way to fabricate, for example, organic solar cells in a way that they are more stable. And to get there, we have to try different technology or steps or organic molecule themselves. So, and of course, how to choose these steps. So these are changing of fabrication methods or organic molecules is to characterization of the solar cells. So through different for example, spectroscopy techniques or imaging techniques.
Which labs, instruments, or techniques do you think will help you get there?
So right now, I'm based in Graz at the Technical University of Graz, and we have a lot of equipment for fabrication of organic solar cells and the basic for the characterization of them. So basically, how to measure them, how to in the basic characterization of organic solar cells, but we miss some morphological characterization techniques. So, for example, one of my secondment is here in as Ece, and so here they have with Electra they have a lot of spectroscopy characterization technique I could use and apply for my substrates and for example, but also other institutes could have something that could be useful for my research.
If you got any ideas so far, you mentioned imaging. What are you hoping to see?
So, for example, right now I'm focusing on the morphological part of the active layer. So, I would like to see in this case how the organic molecules I'm using are arranged and how they change with their degradation pathway. So that could be, for example, a thermal degradation, so with temperature, or also with light, so photo degradation. So how these molecules are changing according to the time.
What do you like to do when you're now working on science?
I'm a sporty person, I have to say. I really like doing any type of sports. It really helps me a lot to, first of all, release the stress at the end of the day.
Are organic solar cells stressful to work with?
They could be, especially when you spend days in fabrication process and then at the end when you measure your cells, they are not working and you don't know why. And that's really painful.
And lastly, what's your favorite sport?
I always played volleyball and also right now I joined a team in Graz because it's like the sport that come easy to me, I have to say. But yeah, since I grew up close to the mountains, I love hiking, which I don't do it that often now because mountains are quite far from Graz. But
Thank you, Virginia, for your replies.